Welcome to Down with Dragons. Here on Monsters of Roll Twitch. I am DM Scott, as always with me.
Adam playing Loon Sentinel.
Chris
Peace.
playing Theobald Blackstaff. I'm sorry.
Oh, I forgot. He did it to us last time. Peacemaker.
And Mick playing Callandan the Fool.
Well, it's been a busy week. I hope everybody's had a good week. We're back into the saddle. I got a few little housekeeping things to take care of. I've got some inspiration to dish out. And I've got just I'm not going to go into specifics, but I will say I've got two nice new additions. Well, one of which is much longer, from Luna and Kaya. They sent some recommendations for what's in Callan's mouth, and they have been added to the table that I will be rolling on for whenever something might come out of Callan's mouth. Also, with that as well, just remember any additions anybody wants to add, that is downwithdragons, mailbag@gmail.com. Always happy to get more things to add to that table for, fun, crazy things that could pop out of Callan's mouth. And then...
And that goes where again?
That goes where? Oh, to downwithdragons, mailbag@gmail.com. Also, the same address, you can also send any inspiration that you want to give out to any of the players for something awesome they did, or just had a great moment, or just your favorite character, whatever the reason. Send it to downwithdragons, mailbag@gmail.com. And this one that I got, and it actually ties into Callan's mouth, actually. It's for me, but it's because of giving the possibility of what could come out of Callan's mouth. So I'm going to greedily take it, and I'm going to add it to my stockpile to make things horrible for you. I mean, more difficult, or whatever we do with it. So, that all being taken care of, I would just like to dive in last time on Down with Dragons. Theobald went on patrol, had a collection of memories and losses while he was both getting ready for patrol and on patrol. His past visiting him to blame him for their deaths, former soldiers under his command. And between the visions of his past and some trauma, he also managed to come face to face with an afflicted woman during the patrol. And the understanding that through everything that happened, that his patron within the Blackstaff and the goddess, the maiden, have potentially maybe some similar goals, or there are some harmonies that actually can be used together, and possibly give him a window to gain some more control over that. And through that kind of teamwork of the two, was able to heal the woman's affliction. Unfortunately not healing her and bringing her back to life, but whatever seemed to be tainting her seemed to be cleansed. Callan and Loon investigated that scream. And after searching a little bit and fairly certain that it was coming from the Hell's Bells Inn, they partook in a time-old tradition of a B&E. And after being shouted out and a little humiliated and mortified by Diana, the two somewhat resumed some playful sparring, which may have turned into just a tiny, tiny problem. Nothing major, nothing big, just small, insignificant, small problem. Involving what comes out of Callan's mouth sometimes, apparently, and the orb of the Magi, which now is the BB of the Magi. From there, they did a little bit more searching and patrolling, but at the end, they called it a night. After that, they made their way to the livery stables and got horses, met up with Diana, and made their way to the area of the collapsed silver mine. About most of a day's ride to the north. With Diana's help, guiding them and keeping their path actually quite brisk, they camped for the evening. And during the night, they found a young half-elf boy named Theron, who was apparently fleeing for his life. Under some questioning and perhaps intimidation, they found out that a cult is in the area, potentially using that mine that they were looking into, and doing some sort of weird rituals or something to do with sacrifices, and something about his blood being the blood they were looking for. After getting all said information, they gave the boy a few resources and then scared him off into the night, heading due south. After resuming their rest, right as they were about to, between Owl catching movement and hearing of some sounds in the dark, they realized they weren't alone. Diana rolled off into the dark. Callan, leaving his decoy there to help give the illusion that he is still present, also dipped out into the dark. And now by the fire, Theobald and Lune sit alone, illuminated by the crackling fire. So, there we are. Theobald, Lune, you are sitting next to the fire. It's very quiet, other than the few sounds you have heard. Callan, you are just out of the light of the fire. What are we doing, gentlemen?
And just to make sure, Owl's got eyes on them, right? And yours?
At the moment, Owl does, yes. Though you can tell they are trying to be stealthy.
Let's see. Because I was rolled towards the fire like I was sleeping. Well, I'm just kind of laying there waiting. I'm prepared. Perhaps pulling out a couple darts and preparing the stopper with just a couple of them.
Okay, so you're preparing a few darts?
Yeah, that would be probably 2 of them just to start with.
2 darts?
No.
And
Okay.
Theobald would be kind of sitting a little sideways, trying not to stare straight into the fire and try to maintain some semblance of night vision. And
All right.
Lune, you're all right?
I'm just trying to be as quiet as I can. I'm doing as fine as possible. So I'm just waiting until something happens.
Callan, are you in position? They are. I'll give them the directions to where they're at. Just right, since Owl's got eyes on them.
Yeah, basically thinking about, also we'll go to that shortly, but thinking about your positioning, putting kind of you, Theobald, kind of on the western side of the fire and Lune on the eastern. They're kind of to the northeast. At least that's where Owl is tracking a little bit of movement and just 2 shapes moving in. Callan, you would be on the very southern edge of the firelight, like just outside in the dark. So if you want to try to move around or anything like that, by all means, right now, and especially with Owl, Theobald, you can see right now they're not moving. Like, still picking out where they're at, but right now they're not moving. Probably just
Diane rolled
watching.
out which direction?
She would have rolled out kind of to the southwest area of the fire.
Yeah, if I got any like inclination that I could get a better look without making any noise.
Absolutely. Right now, I mean, if you'd like, you can try to stealth, try to move around a little bit. Are you trying to go more towards, like, are you
I
trying to
would,
get closer to them? Are you trying to just get a better sight line on where that sound was coming from?
I just want to position myself, like sort of in the direction that they are coming from, but where I can see the entire campsite, and if anybody pops out, I'm able to react.
Okay.
So maybe
I'll
only moving
see
a quarter of the-
Alan.
Roll perception with advantage. Here, why don't we?
So then I'll try to give him kind of a bird's eye direction. There's 3 bushes to the north of you. Watch out for the gully to the left. That type of thing. With advantage is for Owl's perception would be a 18.
18. Okay. Yes. So why don't you? Why don't we share the screen real quick? And then we have our campsite. And I apologize for my lack of understanding the dynamic lighting system that is on Roll20. I'm still learning because every time I think I found out I'm doing it all wrong. So right
Yes, my
now,
goal would be to try to give Callan aid or assistance on his stealth check so that he can help navigate wherever he's going to go.
okay. So due to the fact it's dark, I'm going to try. I'm not even going to worry about that. Can I do a thing that shows up? That's the first question, because I haven't tried this. That doesn't show up. Okay, never mind. So, continuing on. So, Callan, from where you're at in Theobald, you can see, you already knew the rough area. Owl is, kind of just high up in a tree or flying in the area, keeping an eye. You could direct him. He is currently, if I can do a thing, right here. And you heard the movement and see through the trees and everything. There are 2 shapes in these areas. With it being dark and all that, I feel like that's almost perfect right now without getting in too much of the settings and stuff to try to illuminate more, because nobody else can really see that well anyway. And Callan, other than the firelight, I mean, it's dark.
So I would want to go to slightly counterclockwise so that I don't get my allies in a crossfire if I need to react to whoever's approaching.
Okay. So you could go, I'm guessing stealthily, correctly.
Yes.
Okay. So roll me a stealth check, and
With
I'm
advantage?
assuming, I'll give you the choice. You can either have advantage to roll stealth, or because of his assistance, you can move your full speed and it's a flat stealth roll. Otherwise, you can only move 15 feet. So you're getting kind of directions through Theobald and the Owl, or it's all on you in the pitch dark, with basically like a cue of like Owl saying, like, if you go that way, you'll find some cover,
Right. So I already made that roll before you described the choices.
Okay.
So I can go ahead and take the full speed.
Okay.
That was a dirty 20.
That's why you kept that.
Yeah. And as Theobald is giving me directions to tell me what to look out for, I'll communicate back with like some clicks that I've maybe heard him use before or am familiar with soldier types using to remain stealthy in these situations. just to sort of signal it without actually speaking.
Yep. All right. So, roll me
Odd to hear a Darkwood songbird this far north, but yes.
roll me a performance check for that.
Okay. That was a nat 20, so 26.
Of course it was. uh,
Wow, rolling hot tonight, huh?
so, yeah, get him out early, right before.
That's what's going to happen.
So, yeah, Theobald, you watch through his owl's eyes as Callan kind of moves from about here and goes with your direction behind a nice tree with some bushes and stuff, and like it's open ground between him and that tree, and he just kind of quietly beelines and gets in there, and all of a sudden you hear this perfect, like you said, kind of a Darkwood songbird, coming through, and it's just like, and even though with Owl's vision, like you can see him kind of doing a hand gesture to make the sound, there's still a part of you that's like, there could be a bird around here,
Careful, owl might be hungry.
So you've now moved. You hear like Loon. You hear him kind of quietly just saying like there's a tree about 30 feet to your right. Just head there, and you hear the sound and hear birds. Like you haven't heard birds now that you think about it. All like a good chunk of the day. Like it's been quiet of like wildlife.
Are they still accompanied by Mr. Decoy?
Oh, I guess I should put a decoy down, shouldn't I?
I was gonna wonder. I was just gonna ask about that. Hi, kitty.
Mr. Decoy, where are you, Callan? Callan, there you are. And you said looking out at the edge of the firelight, right?
Yeah.
All right, and I'm just going
so
to.
he's the low hanging fruit, easy
Yeah.
target.
Not the real Callan. I know we normally use that for down, but for right now, yeah. All right. So, by the way, might not matter. Doesn't matter. Nope, still doesn't matter. Okay, never mind. All right. And gotta roll that. While we're doing all this, just that way it keeps it orderly. Oh, jeez. Can I get initiative from everybody? And let me push that in.
Jeepers.
Well, that way, people can do what they got to do, and if something happens, we're already rolling into it.
All right, straight into things.
Callan got a dirty 20.
Nice.
Yeah. I got a 6.
And what'd you get, Theobald?
15.
15. And for right now, because we're not actually in combat quite yet, could avoid it still, I'm not going to put them on the initiative. I'm just going to keep them in there. All right, so you did that.
Callan, let me know when you want and I can light them up.
Okay.
Okay.
Or
Was that the light them up or was that the okay? I got the code.
So, Theobald, roll me another perception check for Owl.
The straight perception check would be a 19 for owl.
Okay. So you see one of the shapes that was around here, start to move north, away from the firelight. Quietly, sneakily, but moving. The other
Callan,
shape is still holding.
Callan, we got one sitting still on lookout, and we got one moving back towards the north. Lewin, get ready. We may have to run for him.
Okay, I guess gonna just start pushing and stretching like I'm kind of waking up and
Mhm.
Okay.
maybe shifting a little, but setting myself up to take off.
Your turn for watch.
Oh, I think
I
it has
need-
been.
I really need to take a leak.
I think it has been long enough, eh? Ah.
I will. I'll move Mr. Decoy that direction.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20. About 25 feet is where you're thinking? Or do you want it to be here? Or start to go into the darkness? Or
Yeah, move him up there and then check in with Theobald. Is that good? Or should we go after him?
Let me get out here first, and then let's go try to nab him.
All right.
all
And
right.
where is Callan right now?
Callan is
Okay.
You got one straight to the north of you.
Am I able to see any of them?
roll me a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay.
They're still
7.
holding on. 7? You don't see much. Like I mean, it's dark. You're starting to at least see some shapes of like trees and stuff like that, but there's really no movement and you're not seeing much. So I'm going to now be a stickler on initiative order. Okay? So, okay. 5, 10. So off to like this direction, you hear one like stick just crack, and then
Try not to react.
Okay. Roll me a performance. Or Constitution. Either one. Constitution, save, or a performance. I'll let you choose. I'm
Is
easy.
that-
We'll do performance. 14.
14. Okay. Okay. Yep. Beyond that crack, I mean, you don't start too bad, but
Is
You
it,
may-
is it? Is it my turn? Can I get up and walk due west? Scratch myself and Callan,
Cal-
you got the go ahead. Whoever you got.
Callan, is there anything you're doing right now? Or are you holding position there?
No, since they're more north, I would kind of slowly and as quiet as possible maneuver forward to try to see better. So I guess I'd end up alongside where Mr. Decoy is right now.
Okay, so with this one, it's going to be slower movement.
Mhm.
You could get up there if you use your action as well, and it'd be with just a straight. If you do the slower movement, straight stealth. If you want to go full speed, it's going to be disadvantage.
No, I'll take it easy and slow.
Okay, so roll me a stealth check.
All right, so that's 11.
11. So, dude. Okay, and now roll me a perception check. And we'll make it just a flat perception because it's dark, but you know you're looking for someone in this area.
Okay, it is 15.
15. Okay. So, Theobald, you're up.
Stretch. Scratch myself and Loon, I'll be right back. I'm gonna water some bushes. And I'm gonna turn and walk west. And then as soon as I feel that I'm outside of the firelight, I'm going to go stealth mode and with Owl's help, try to navigate north as my action.
Okay. So you're at 15 feet right at the edge of the firelight.
Yep.
So if you use your action to you like move more to dash basically, but
Yep.
half your movement. So
Yep.
roll me a we'll just say with just a straight stealth check, seeing as you're getting help from Owl and not disadvantaged then.
I will use my inspiration.
Okay,
Thank you,
that's
Sarah,
good,
for my
huh?
inspiration. Yep.
Oh boy.
Oh, that was worse. All right, 10.
Oh,
10. Okay. No gnats though, right?
Well, my second roll was a natural 1, so
oh boy.
So it's a natural 1 with a 10. So it turns it into a 10 with a natural 1, are you
nope,
saying?
I have a natural 1 and a 4.
Oh,
is my
you get-
inspiration replacing. Do I get to choose or do I?
You get to choose. You still get to choose. Sorry, I
So I have
misunderstood.
a
Okay.
4 plus 6 is 10.
Okay, so 10. Okay.
I
No,
burned in
no.
inspiration, but oh well.
Yep.
Thank
All right.
Oof.
So, you move there. You're gonna do that. You know that. There's that. All right. So here's how I'm gonna. This is gonna be different. I'm going to see if I can. I might have to just take that off at a certain point. Anyway, continuing on. Sorry. Loon, you're up. As Theobald kind of makes a show like, going to kind of relieve himself, goes into the darkness. You very clearly can hear him start to move and collide with kind of the bush and tree that was right out. Like you remember seeing it before it got dark, and you can just see the tiny silhouette of it from the campfire as he must have turned just a little too sharp, and you hear him like kind of like that branch right in the face, just bah, you know.
You okay?
I'll
Was there?
just call
Sybil?
out. I'm okay. I'm okay.
The trees, they attack you out here.
Haha.
I'm gonna just kind of giggle to myself and scan the horizon, just kind of playing like I'm, doing what I do on watch.
Okay.
Can I make a perception to see what I mean?
Yeah.
Can I,
Absolutely.
what can I see?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Nothing on a natural 1.
Yeah. You kind of, as you're getting up and kind of moving around, you actually kind of the fire flares up just a little bit more, and you kind of look into the darkness, and you just that kind of like you're half blinded almost. There's no night vision going on here.
Yeah.
And okay, did I add? I haven't typed in that number yet. There. It's not in the right order though. Descending. There it is. All right. Perfect. Okay. So she's going to stealth and move. Okay. And she's just holding and waiting. Meanwhile, Callan, standing there, and you don't even. Oh no. Okay. Roll me a real quick perception.
Okay.
Straight
God.
perception.
Wonderful. 11.
11. Just a raw roll. Holy shit. Okay. So you're just standing there and you're looking, peering in, like you're seeing like there's a tree, some bushes, stuff like that. And you're looking and you just. Nothing. For the audience at home, what just happened was miss. But you didn't see it. You didn't hear it. Yeah, I rolled really bad.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. I just rolled for the off chance and set a DC for if you made noise during it, and it was just above.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
so that's his. So Theobald, now it is your turn. Oh wait, no. Did we get out of order? I think I screwed up the order somewhere. Callan, either way, I think you were supposed to go before. I think I skipped yours.
oh, okay. Callan would try to use the monocle to see if there's any signs of anything.
Oh, okay.
Scan the woods to see if there's any just off chance of any magic.
Roll me
signatures.
an Arcana.
Okay.
And this will be your bonus action to do that.
That is a 21.
21. Yeah, you put on the monocle and you're looking, and the bush right in front of you, you all of a sudden just see there's a glow inside the bush.
Oh. Okay. Magic bush, huh?
Yeah, just a little, like almost, it looks like metal getting reflecting moonlight, or it's just a little light coming from inside and around that bush area.
Okay, so that's my bonus action. I noticed something's there, which is peculiar. So can I try to punch that bush?
Absolutely. Roll me a unarmed attack.
All right. 14.
14. Okay. So roll me, or you're not proficient, so it'd be just your strength, right?
Yeah, 2.
2.
Or
So
no, 1, sorry.
1. Okay, so let me. Bippity. 1. Okay. I still haven't found a pen, so I'm just typing everything down.
Or no, it is 2, because it's
Your
1 plus your strength.
Oh, 1
right?
plus your strength. Yep.
Yep, that'd be 2.
2.
Yeah. Double damage.
So yeah, all of a sudden, in front of you, like you're just kind of using the monocle, just, and you just, and just to
Ooh.
me, yeah, and you'll hear it's like, you dirty son of a, and someone's attached to that glow. That or the bush. The bush is talking. Both are possible.
Wow.
For you, both are
For you,
possible.
both are possible.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Bush.
Yeah. Would you like to try to move at all?
Yes, I need to move.
So you are right here, next to a talking bush.
Now, did
I will
Mr.
move-
Decoy hear this?
Well,
Yeah, I will I guess move to the I don't want to go further north, so back down clockwise here.
okay. So 5. Are you just full speed at this point?
Yeah, and then if I can, I'll alert Theobald and Luncensinome. Oh, the bush had magic. I punched it. It's alive. There's somebody here.
Okay, yeah. So just from the dark by the campfire, you just hear, "Oh, you son of a! The bush is alive! It's alive! There's someone here!" All right. So now you're down here, Callan. God, this is really. I should just get rid of the fog and just everybody has to just deal with it. Let me do that because it was. I guess it was. I don't know. You'll have to bear with me.
That may make things easier because I don't know what kind of curse words I would learn when I dropped my light spell on somewhere random out here. So
Yeah, no, that's fair. All right. So, none of you see everything you see, but yet some of you can. So, Callan, you just moved down there from hitting the bush. Theobald, it is your turn.
do you need light? Do you need light? And then I'm gonna keep moving north. tempted to using Owl's eyes to try to.
Are you still trying to stealth, or
I'm gonna try stealth, but I'm gonna try to do what Callan did and see if I can move full speed. So single roll.
okay?
If you're still along that,
I will. Why not?
So,
14.
So who is dude there?
It's the dude he just punt the bush.
That's the
Mr.
bush.
It's
Oh.
You don't see that's the bush. You don't see it.
Wait,
we don't
but
know.
he's
We don't,
here.
it's just a living bush as far as Callan knows.
He punched him and then he moved south.
Oh,
Here.
okay.
How
I
about
see.
this? There, the dude's gone.
I couldn't see it before. I had no idea what was going on.
Oh,
I know,
Punched him
I
into
know.
oblivion. What?
Yeah. All right. So you're right there. 5, 10, 15, 20. So if Loon, do you want to back out the map a little bit?
Yes. Oh, sorry.
Okay. So this would be about 30 feet from right here. I think 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, you can go 5 more if you want. You can go
Sure.
up to there. And you're gone.
And I'm gonna leave Owl by the campfire there
Okay.
in one of those trees.
Okay. So let me get rid of that. Bring up that.
He can come find me if need be. But
Mhm.
for now, we'll leave him.
Nope. I can just do that. How about that? Owl in the tree. Okay. So next up. Oh, that's so clever how that works. Okay. It's this turn. So after that movement, stealth. Okay, he is going to do that. So, what's your passive perception, everybody? Just to remind me.
Passive.
8.
Passive. Perception is 13.
13.
16.
16. So, Theobald, as you've kind of moved across trying to stay quiet, you immediately start to get that feeling like maybe you weren't as quiet as you wanted to be.
Mm-hmm.
And you start to like pick up the sounds of like just a few rustling. You're not sure because Callan was just running further away, but you just get that kind of hairs on the back of your neck, kind of like someone's watching, someone's getting closer. So and like you can tell there's movement,
Something's
and you get the feeling it's like, is that showing up? Of course not. I'm on the wrong layer. Coming but kind of behind you,
Okay.
and do that to hold. And now, Loon, your turn.
Yeah, so all I heard was the whack and the cursing. I
Yep.
still can't see anything.
Nope. But you know it's coming from this general area.
I'm gonna run in that general area and continue to try and follow because you said it ran away. It was like running.
You
away.
heard a a punch. You heard a ah, and then you heard and Callan's voice saying, the bush is talking. So you're pretty sure that something ran south from where you're at right now, Callan yelling, the bush. Something's in the bush. So you can get easily to that bush or keep going.
Okay. My BB is nigh useless, but if I wanted to try and figure out exactly which way this person was running, could I use it to find footprints or disturbances?
Maybe.
All right. What am I rolling?
Are you using the BB?
Yes.
Okay. So make me a survival check with disadvantage.
With disadvantage. Okay, that's really not all that bad. Survival 11 total.
11. Okay. You're kind of turning it on and looking, and you start to see footsteps, and You look kind of in that direction, and you immediately kind of like, I heard Callan running in that direction, so that's obviously Callan. And then you start to kind of follow it back to the source of where and you're not getting much else beyond that. So that was your bonus.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Guys, I cannot find the person. Which way did he go? I can't see shit out here with this stupid little thing.
Wave it around. It'll illuminate more.
Totally.
Fully
Yeah.
not lighting you up.
I guess I'm gonna move in the direction that I heard the footsteps going.
Okay, just to
But
clarify one more time.
Yes.
After this, I will not remind you. You heard one pair of footsteps that you immediately heard Callan's voice come from.
That's the only one. Wait,
Yes.
so I'm at the bush where there's supposed to be somebody?
Yeah, and then you heard Callan running away from said bush, yelling. So if you follow the footsteps, I will put you closer to Callan. Do you
Oh.
get me?
Oh, I get you. Yeah.
Okay.
For some reason, I kept hearing that there was a footsteps. The person that got punched went running.
You heard there was
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna swing at the bush.
All right. Roll me an attack with disadvantage.
Yeah, rolling an attack with disadvantage. Dude, you are not gonna believe this. I rolled an 18 and a natural 20.
So 18 is
22.
22. Roll that damage.
Okay. Yeah, I'm swinging up my staff into the bush.
Some druid is gonna be pissed at us.
Yeah. This bush is getting messed up. Okay, that is a total of 6 damage.
6 damage.
Loon, are you punching the bush too?
Well, it is the only thing that seems reasonable at this point.
Sorry.
Subdual, if possible.
So okay. So yeah, you just all right, and you whap, and you hear no more movement.
I think I got him.
You killed that bush.
Good job.
Bush
Cal-
down, bush down.
Callan, you just heard bush down, bush down.
Oh boy.
I can't wait to hear this story at the tavern.
Yeah, no kidding. Holy cow.
It was vicious. Thorns, everything. Poisonous berries.
Cue shambling mound.
Yeah.
Callan, you're up.
Okay. So am I able to get a sense? So
Behind you.
behind me?
Yeah, back the way you just ran from.
Right. So if I turn around and look and I see Lincentinome's got his BB illuminating the area.
You can,
right?
yep, yeah, absolutely. You could see that little tiny dim little lighter
Cool.
in the dark.
Am I able to see the bush that he punched?
I mean, you see the like outline of everything. Just enough you can see that there is a kind of a bush
Okay,
and
I'll-
tree coming up from it.
I'll use my movement to go up and join Lincentinome
So about
on
there.
his on his right side like that.
Okay.
Yeah, and investigate the bush and see if it was a friendly bush or what's up with that.
Yeah, absolutely. With that being there, roll me an investigation real quick.
Okay. 23.
23. You very quickly kind of, some prickly thorns, and it's like all of a sudden you get a hold of like a leg. You just grab it, some fabric, and kind of drag it a little bit. And you have stumbled across a bush that apparently had a person inside. Not as fun as an actual.
Oh,
Yeah. But, you found somebody, and real quick, with the help of the dim light from that tiny BB, you get the like you see the robes of that dark, kind of tattered, dark reddish black robes, and yeah, you've seen these robes before.
Okay. Am I able to like relieve him of the whatever was causing that magic signature quickly?
Oh, yeah. Kind of, it's a necklace, and you can still see that, and you grab the necklace, and you've seen these necklaces work.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know how they trigger. I don't know if I'm not gonna put it on.
Okay.
Tossed it in the fire.
Yeah. That's what I'll do. I'll toss it towards
Next
the
turn.
fire.
Next turn, we'll get to that.
Okay.
You've
Okay.
investigating and removing it, unless you were just yanking that sucker off. Were you yanking it off, or I figure you're taking it off?
Taking it off.
Okay, taking it off. Okay, I figured. Okay.
And that's it.
That is your turn.
Right on.
She's going to hold. He is currently Kuputski, or unconscious, seeing as it was subdual. So we'll just put timeout for him. He's got a little timeout on him.
You go sit in the corner and think about what you've done, mister.
Right. And then, so he is down. We'll just remove him from the. How do I get rid of his turn? That's how. I click on that. He's out. All right, Theobald, your turn.
We able to like tell Theobald what happened?
As long as it's a brief, kind
I
of
heard
quick.
bush down, bush down, bush down. So
Yeah, that wasn't quiet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Okay.
assume that they've got that handled. I'm gonna call Owl up straight north. I'm gonna have him grab a leaf off the tree. Are these deciduous or are these conifers? They have leaves or needle?
Wow.
Or are they some
Both.
mysterious magical third
Oh,
option?
Okay.
And grab a
It's a
leaf.
very needly leaf.
Grab a leaf,
Okay.
flying straight north, and through Owl, I'm going to cast light and let go of the leaf approximately where I thought that dude, the noise was. So I've
Okay.
got my own, a flare.
Okay. So that's your bonus action to do the command, stuff like that. Roll me just an intelligence check for Owl. Using Owl because you're kind of issuing a command and he's going to try to get it as close to the right area as possible.
It'd be a 0.
It'd be a 0.
Oh my gosh.
Owl has a -4 intelligence.
Wow.
Lots
Yep.
of heart.
Lots of heart. Okay.
He is not going to single-handedly break us out of prison.
No.
Okay. So
Maybe with Terrafin helping. I would pay money to see that episode.
okay.
Da-da-da-da-da.
How much does the light illuminate again? Is that
That's 20 feet and then another 20 feet of dim light.
okay? Either way, it was a little off course, but it's fine. So he flies kind of by, dropping the leaf, and it kind of flutters, and maybe the wind takes it a smidgen. Doesn't really matter. It's bright enough of a light that it very quickly, if I can go to the right layer and change the layer, and illuminates this gentleman who is apparently, kind of standing right next to a bush and looks like, got a dagger out and is just kind of, looks like he's quietly stalking up behind you. And the light is just, and it's just casting on top of him. Doesn't react to it though. Still have an action and a move left if you want them.
And a movement.
Yep.
I will run up to him with the black staff and take a whack.
All right. Do. All right. Straight.
Just as a staff. Just gonna
Yep.
club him with the staff. That'd be a 16 to hit.
16 to hit. Yeah. So you'll real quick just whap right in the, like, kind of on his back, and roll me damage.
4 damage.
4 damage. I found a pen. It works. I going back and forth between tabs and doing damage that way is just, it hurts a part of me deep down inside, and I like pens and paper. All right, sorry. That being said, so yeah, you crack, and all of a sudden, just like, he doesn't go down in a heap or anything like that. He real quick just moves and twists towards you, and in the light, you can actually now see from the hood. There's actually kind of a dark blackish kind of scaled snout sticking out of a dragonborn.
Okay.
And he looks like he's poised and ready. And then it would be, ironically, his turn. And he didn't get to have that advantage for a surprise.
Oh, shucky darn.
So, hey! Let him have a little. All right, and so yeah, as you hit him and he kind of recoils from it, real quick though comes up with a dagger and just slices straight and just takes a little into your shoulder a little bit as it finds a spot past your armor, and you will take 4 piercing damage, sir.
Okay.
And
Oof.
you can't do that. And that was more reactionary, so that's fine for that. Okay, so now it is Loon's turn.
Yeah, am I able to kind of hear what's going on over there?
Yeah, you hear things. And you also see a light, very bright leaf illuminating an area that is showing Theobald hit a hooded figure and the figure slashing back with a knife.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. What's my movement? 40, I can make it.
Monks!
Yeah, I'm running straight in, staff ready, just crack this guy.
Peaceful, calm, second chance.
Here or here?
Hey, they have a second chance, but they tried to sneak up on us. I'm gonna give them the second chance after we knock them out.
Totally.
Right there's fine.
Okay. Roll, sir.
Dirty 20. Nope,
Dirty 20.
not a dirty 20. 19.
19. Okay. Damage?
Ooh, this is gonna hurt. That's a 9.
A 9.
And then I will throw my second one in there if that is not enough.
So yeah, you hit him that first time, and he just kind of half takes it on the arm and shoulder.
Oh.
You can see he obviously and you were running full speed, and so seemed like he was ready for it.
Okay. Second strike will be a 15 to hit.
That will still hit.
That will still hit. Okay. All right. And that is, oh gosh, another 9. Wow.
Another 9.
Staff is brutal, man.
So yeah, and you hit him there, and then you spin it and try to jab at him, and he takes it, but he also half catches it on the very end of it, so it kind of softens the blow.
Mm-hmm.
And Callan.
Okay. So guy next to me is knocked out pretty well.
He appears to be.
All right. I will have Mr. Decoy hover over him and then join my compatriots or move towards them.
Okay. So 10, 15, 20. You can get to about there, 30 feet.
Okay. So then I will Eldritch Blast the assailant.
Oh,
Okay. Roll me an attack.
21.
Okay. Roll the damage, sir.
8.
Okay. So you'll see him just you'll come running up and finger gun at Eldritch Energy blast, and it'll go right past Loon and slam. Just as he kind of got done half blocking that hit, he's just wide open and just takes a hit to the stomach, and you actually see a little bit, like as he clutches it, you can see there's just a little bit of blood coming through his fingers.
Take that. Pretending to be a bush.
How dare you?
You've got this handled, right? Oh, nice. So, yep, that's that. Theobald, your turn.
He's still standing.
He is still standing. He's looking, he's bleeding.
Hit him again.
Okie dokie, sir.
Natural 20.
Oh gosh. Oh,
8
don't.
points of damage.
Oh.
8 points of damage. All right. Okay. Yeah, and so as he's blocked and you see this, like his bleeding from his wound, like that Callan just delivered, you see an opening and you start to swing, and just as you do, there's actually a flare of kind of this goldish light coming from the staff, and the runes light up just as you deliver right on the base of the neck, and you hear a crunch. And then he drops in a heap.
Yeah, I'm immediately down on him, making sure he's still breathing.
Roll me a medicine
Careful,
check.
Loon. They tend to set themselves on fire.
Yeah, I'm still down there. Natural 20 for 25.
There's no breath.
Why are we still killing people? Yeah. Okay, they didn't attack us. It's not. Yeah, hands of healing. I'm gonna burn a key point in hands of healing.
Okay. So use that key point and roll the...
Right. Also, immediately ready to knock him out again if I have to.
Yeah, Callan will hover over with finger guns ready too.
Cat.
All right. So that's a 1d4 plus 3. Okay.
You sure about this, Loon?
Holy crap! That's max healing. All right, 7 points.
All right.
In my panic, I hit the right spots perfectly.
So yeah, as you grab and you just like medicine check immediately, he's not breathing, and you kind of even put your hand to the back of his neck, and you can just feel like it should be a tough, strong. You can just feel there's extra movement in that neck, and yeah,
It's not good.
do your healing hands, and immediately all of a sudden underneath your hands, almost like you're really giving someone a good like neck cracking from a chiropractor. You just hear just and just straight up, and all of a sudden just
Okay.
He
okay.
seems
you
to
do
be
not
alive.
Move. You do not move. You speak when you are spoken to, or else my friends will have to dispose of you again. I will do my best to stop them. I'm looking
Welcome
right at
back.
them.
You ready for round 2?
if no one's immediately blasting, we'll take ourselves out of initiative right now. I'm not gonna get rid of anything because I'll be honest, you never know.
Dang it, I had to use a key stick. You got to knock it.
Stop killing people. All right, so he just kind of rolls over slowly, and you can see the hood's now a little bit back from his head, and you can see he's got like a rigid head, kind of high bone structure and some extra spikes, and he's got black eyes. And you can actually see, like, you can't even see any kind of iris or any like, it's not even like a really, really dark brown or anything. It's like he's probably blind. And
Oh,
broad black and kind of grayish scales. They look kind of cracked. Very slim but muscular kind of frame to him. And he just, as he rolls over, he's just kind of coughing and just smiles. And he's like, "Oh, round two's not necessary."
What are you doing sneaking up on our encampment?
Lost in the woods, friend.
I reach over and grab at his necklace that he must have.
Uh,
That I'm assuming he has based off of our previous encounter.
roll me a real quick investigation. He's not going to fight you off or anything. He's already
17.
Hello, do you want to go check on our other individual over there? Your decoy is not very good at stopping people.
Yeah, I'll follow that guidance, and while I'm doing that, I'll thaumaturgy the campfire to be way brighter so we can
Oh.
see better.
okay. All right.
Perhaps brings them over to the fire if you can, and I'll begin kind of working on that with the guy in front of us if Theobald wants to help.
Oh, I'm not going to help. I'm going to be behind you.
Okay, all right, yeah, I'll be.
I'm going to try to grab that leaf.
I'm being
it's
as nice
coming
as
down.
I can while making sure that he's not going anywhere.
Okay. Are we trying to get everybody back over towards the fire?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So this is rough placement. It doesn't really matter. I just figured, does this all work for you?
Yes.
Mr. Decoy can stay there, yes.
Okay. Glad to hear it. All right. So you can stop sharing the screen for now, seeing as we're all just
Okay.
around the campfire.
Cool.
Perfect. All right. So 17 you said for that investigation?
Correct.
Okay. You quickly search, and as you're looking, expecting, what you're looking for, you just kind of open up a shirt and you see just a bare, scaly neck, and he just makes eye contact with you as you're looking, and he's like, "Are you going to rob me? What are you looking for?"
I don't answer him.
I did want to incite his whole we're just lost in the woods thing.
Sure. Roll me an insight.
Okay. 23.
Blatantly lying.
That is what I thought. Well, perhaps we can reacquaint you with the proper passway over here.
I'm excited to find out. And he'll very easily come with you, whether you're being rough, whether you're helping him or just allowing him to move under his own speed. He is more than accommodating. And he'll come and sit by the fire, and actually kind of, once he gets close, he'll put his hands up. He's like, "Oh, warm fire. It's such nice before, I assume, the torture or whatever you're planning."
Well, it won't be torture from me, but I cannot promise anything for my compatriots.
Well, sir, to not stop them is still to be complicit.
After delivering them to the fireplace, I'm going to move north up out of the. I'm taking the leaf and tucking it into a pouch so that the light.
Dimmer, or just a controllable.
Yep. And then I'm going to go north out of the firelight and just chill and see if Diana shows up. And keep all
how
on
far?
watch. We're 10
where
feet beyond the
heck
fire.
did she go?
Okay.
So I'm close enough to kind of keep half an eye on what's going on at the campfire, and then
I don't know what he.
but out of the firelight.
Yep. So yeah, you move off, and you're kind of chilling there a little bit, with able to hear everything that's going on, but I get what you're doing. So yeah, this Dragonborn will just be chilling by the fire, and he'll notice, he's like, "Oh, who is this other soul you brutally attacked in the night?"
Oh, I am guessing he is someone you know. We do not know him. Of a similar fashion, I assume.
Coming
Callan,
off the rack.
does he wear the same necklace as this gentleman here does?
So Callan will just kind of just have none of that and sit next to our new guest, hand him a flask in conjunction with casting Charm Person on him.
Okay. What is the DC for that?
14.
Oh, I rolled a 16 natural. So as you do that, he just looks over and he just smiles. And he's like, "You'll have to work a little bit harder than that to be my friend."
Friend, of what value would being your friend be to us? Pray tell. And I'm still offering him the flask.
He'll take the flask, kind of grab in the right, he's kind of just fumbling a little bit as you, I don't know, shake it, whatever. And he is blind, so anything that he does sight based, that's on me, not. And he'll take that and just sniff it, take a sip. Not bad. Hand it back, and well, my value as a friend, really, only time could tell. But my question is more, what can you do to make me want to be your friend?
Yeah, good question. I'm not too interested in answering that. We've got other things to attend to.
We have been summoned to this town. We do not live here, but we are following up on a request for our presence due to there being some rather unsightly beings showing up in the town. We
Oh
had
my
info-
dear, what?
We had information from a young man who happened to be sneaking around our encampment that there was a rather unsavory group of people nearby who wanted to use his blood.
Oh my dear, it's so good you found us. Out here in the woods, lost. We could have been fallen upon.
You are a horrible liar. Unfortunately, I do not know what to do within reasonable guidelines in order to.
What happens when Callan uses minor illusion to make a voice say Draco Aeternum Immorbalis disembodied over into the woods? We'll gauge his reaction.
Hold on.
Okay. I have to look up one quick thing. I apologize. Okay. Okay. So as you do that, you and the voice speaks. You hear him kind of just, and then look kind of around the fire, and he's like, "Is there another one of you here that I haven't met yet?"
Insight on that one.
Roll me an insight. I'm
Yeah.
assuming Callan you'd like to as well, right? Seeing as it
Yeah.
was, yeah,
I didn't do well. I got a 13.
13,
Yeah.
Oh, I got a 17.
Oh,
which is-
17. You get the sense he's lying, Callan. Loon, you're not sure, but you also recognize
Based on previous experience.
Yeah. You also can tell he, like, picking up that he's lying, you also can tell he really doesn't care if you know he's lying or not. Like, you're getting a sense of, like, he's half playing.
You seem rather comfortable here.
You need to move, guys. I don't like this.
Okay.
How
Loon,
many others knows that you're here?
we
What
just
is
need to
everyone
lock
to
this
tell
guy
us?
down. What do we got?
Well, we have those wonderful little vials on us. I'm sure a quick prick on the skin ought to keep him out of our hair for a little while. We can tie him up and come back to him later.
Yeah. Sounds
Okay.
good.
He,
I'm gonna
as you're both saying all that, he'd be like, he just kind of turns in your direction, Loon, as you're talking about, like, just a simple prick of the skin and all that. And he's just like, go. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
come Sorry.
Oh, 13.
Wisdom saving throw of 18.
18. Okay, you get the sudden sense like you actually start to like half turn a little bit, and then look back down, and he's like, "Oh, not as feeble-minded as I might have thought."
My training is good for something, eh? And I'll dip the needle, the dart in the.
Dipping a third, or are you using? One of the ones
Sorry,
you
I'm
pre-
using one of the ones I've already dipped.
'Kay.
And whatever damage, I'm just gonna quick weak it across his skin, and
Roll me an attack, because he
Oh.
is not going to willingly let you do this.
enough. 15 plus 4, 19.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, he immediately, as you kind of go,
grab
you
his
see
arm
him
and
start to
weak.
move, and so
Yep, DC.
what's his modifier? I might not even need it. Yeah, that's with 15 plus, so that's 16.
Okay.
So
I don't know. Yeah. The
yeah.
I don't know what the DC is. I can't. Apparently I wrote it down, but I can't find it.
Hey, let me bring it up. I believe it was like 13 or 14 or something like that, because it was more longer lasting than fast acting.
Oh.
Yep, 13.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So you see, you pierce him, and he just kind of see him stagger a little bit. Doesn't mean it's not working. Just right now, he's not going down.
What did Leech say about these? That they might take a minute to work? Huh?
No, poke him again. Poke him over and over. That's what he said. Probably. I don't know.
Fair enough. I'll hit him with the second one.
Okay, well, before you do that, seeing as you're holding on to him, he's just going to take his hand and immediately grab down onto your hand. And that'll be a 17 to hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this is going in a direction I wasn't 100% expecting right away.
I don't like this now.
I don't want it. There it is. Oh, that's not that bad. So as he grabs onto your hand, all of a sudden you're going to just see all the veins in that area turn black, move up, and you're going to take 19 points of necrotic damage.
Holy Hannah!
And then he is going to take up and start moving.
I do not.
Okay. So
Yeah, no, woo, 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 woo. So as he gets up and starts to move, Callan and Theobald, you both, even though it's not a normal, opportunity attack, it's at the same time an opportunity attack. Because you have range capabilities.
Yeah. All right.
So he gets up, you see him stand up, like kind of even using Loon to pull himself to his feet as he gets up and starts to move. So right now we'll just say he has gotten up, and Loon, you are just reeling back from this.
Yeah, almost not catching myself. That hurt.
Theobald, Callan, what are we doing?
All right. So this is opportunity attack, or
We're treating it like an opportunity attack, basically. So
Kind of a-
if you want to, I'll let you, because you both were keeping an eye on him and paying attention, and all of a sudden he did this, so you'd react.
the finger guns ready? Okay.
Yeah, finger guns are ready, yeah.
Yeah. I would. Let me see. I would like to. I would like to grapple that guy.
Okay, so if you're going to do that, I'd say then you got to wait for your turn. We'll do a
then
new
I would like to
initiative.
just blast
If it's-
him then.
Okay. Yep, because this is more just that reaction of he did this, and are you attacking or not?
Right on.
Okay.
So then that is a 25 to hit.
That will hit.
And
Oh, if he only had that.
A 6 damage.
6 damage, okay? So, yeah, he slams into his back, and he, like, as he's getting up and goes back down, but has managed to keep standing up and starting to move. Theobald?
Shooting him. Arrow.
Shooting him.
You want me, is he prone? Do you want me to roll with his disadvantage?
Nope, he's up. He's up. That was more flavor.
It'd be a 22 to hit
Yes.
for 6 points of damage.
Yes, that'll finish. So, yeah, and your arrow will slam right into his neck. What's with you in the neck, I guess? Slam right in, and it's me. And he'll drop to a knee and just kind of cough, and you'll see blood start to come out of his mouth, and you'll see him actually almost like he's just trying to laugh, and then drop.
I'm not real keen on helping him a second time there.
Eh.
I'm more focused on my arm right now.
Yeah, it hurts.
I just imagine just a
And it's like, and yeah, handprint, and it's all kind of, the skin is kind of just black and purple, just the ugliest bruising, and yeah.
kind of through Loon's head is, oh man, is this what my other use can do, kind of thing.
Roll me an intelligence check real quick.
Okay, that's a 12.
Probably very you get that sense of, like, maybe not exact, but it's like, man, this is probably right along the same dirt road, you know?
Yeah, Loon's gonna kind of just go back and sit and just knees.
Can't fix it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm gonna sit kind of like hands on my knees, head resting on it, staring at the other guy, just kind of thinking right now.
Mm-hmm.
You need to take the robes, and we need to get out of here. He was way too confident. I don't know. We got them all. We got to move.
Yeah.
I have no
get
idea
on
where
it.
Diana is.
Where is Diana? You said you do not know where she is. Where did she go?
I don't know. Let's get the robes. I'm gonna move back into camp and start. Let's tie this other one up. I'm gonna start taking the robes off of the Dragonborn.
Okay.
No, we are taking him with us. We
I'll,
did not learn
I'll tend
enough.
to the unconscious one.
Okay.
Get the robes
Yeah.
and such.
So I'm while you're tending to him, after I collect myself, I'm gonna tie him up so that it's easier to like hike him onto my shoulders.
Loon, we don't have time to babysit. We gotta move.
So, as you're kind of all frantically getting ready and looking around and on high alert, a few brief moments pass by, and then all of a sudden, Diana kind of, you can hear footsteps in the dark, and then Diana from the north will kind of start to come out, and if you just in that direction, she's like, "It's me," and she'll re-enter the firelight, and she's like,
Were
I
there
didn't
more?
s- "Not that I could see, but I figured you guys had it handled, it looked like, so I thought I'd stay hidden and wait to see if any others were straggling along or anything."
Good call. This one, and I'm gonna tow the dragon one. Was way too confident.
Yeah, it sounded that way. I was looking around. I didn't hear or see anything else out here, but that doesn't always mean anything.
I think if we're gonna move, we need to move.
So
I'm gonna keep
back
taking
to
the
town,
robe off.
or you want to?
Let's go check. I want to check out the mine.
Yeah, let's
Peacemaker, fool, you in?
yes. Let's hunt these rats out.
I do think I'll be okay. It was a hell of a heat, but I should be okay for a little while.
Don't forget. Loon,
Yeah, yep.
So she'll kind of like, all right, if you want to keep going, we can. And she'll kind of gather her stuff real quick too. So you are securing the other cultist, correct?
We want his robe first.
You want his robe. Okay, so you take his robe. Underneath, you will see that there is a half-elf man who has brownish hair, blue eyes, dirty skin, kind of a grayish blue tint to the skin a little bit, actually, and a very elaborate tattoo of like a weird, like at first you think it's like a dragon. You just right away, that's where your brain goes. But then after you look at it, it looks very stylized dog. There's a fly that just won't leave me alone. Yeah. And so
Callan,
Got
you
his robe.
face. Callan, you got his face.
Yep. I'm getting it. Got it.
All right, get the robe off the Dragonborn as well.
okay.
Bank the fire.
Okay.
Roll out the bedrolls. Loon, we can't babysit him.
Then what are we going to do? Leave him out here naked in the cold at night?
Tie it up, and if we survive, we'll come back and let him loose.
I hate the idea, but you know I can't think of anything better to do. And I'm very frustrated tying him up.
I'm just gonna let Loon be frustrated. Get my gear. Toss the robes to Callan and Diane, and start moving north a little bit. All up top, scouting.
Callan, you guys, or Loon, as you're tying him up, just frustrated and just, I mean, are
Don't
you doing a
forget to
thorough
gag him.
job?
As best as I can do.
Okay. So you're putting in full effort in, just making sure.
Yeah.
Well, Callan will check his work, quality control.
Okay. So you get
Help.
done.
You
Are
guys
you-
don't forget to gag him.
I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay. So you all have tied up your prisoner and leaving him tied up and under his own devices. And you all start to head north. Within, I'm assuming as quietly as possible.
Yeah.
Correct.
And is it
Yes.
getting to be about dawn now, or what time are we looking at?
Oh no, we're still in the middle of the night.
Okay.
Probably 1, 2, somewhere in there, you know. So everybody roll me a stealth check.
With advantage?
Yes, I'll still let you have it.
How about me calling back to them about obstacles that I'm running into as I'm leading them?
So Callan had a dirty 20.
30, 20. They
Who's
don't
gonna
need your help.
17.
17.
Stealth is a 13.
Okay.
Wow. the
You
guy
should just
with
hang on to
advantage.
all your.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay. So Diana's leading, kind of not half leading, half working with the way you're using Owl. And as you get like moving through, you know, some low kind of through a small little like brook and kind of come across, you're getting closer and closer to like the actual beginning of the mountains. And as you kind of crest over a little bit of a rise through some thicker trees and stuff, she kind of waves you all to quiet down, and you can see that there's a small little cave with light coming out. And she's just staring at it, and she's real quiet in the dark. She's like, I wouldn't think a collapsed mind would have a lot of light in it.
Okay.
I may not be the smartest individual, but I do think you are correct in that.
She kind of looks at all of you. She's like, well, I got you here. I mean,
Here we go.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Callan will re-summon Mr. Decoy and have him start walking towards the cave entrance, unless anybody has protests.
We should probably check for guards. As Mr. Decoy's walking towards the entrance, I'm gonna send Owl up and around to see if we got any, or check if Mr. Decoy is attracting any attention.
Perception. Advantage for Owl.
15.
15. First flyby, looking around, don't see any movement besides, and like I said, Owl can somewhat see that there's something shifty about this image of Callan, but so far, nothing.
Okay.
And Decoy just, you know,
Do we want to do you two in robes? Go in and infiltrate? Let us know what's going on. Do we want 2 in robes taking a prisoner in?
So I don't necessarily need robes. So,
They sent 2 out. They'll expect 2 coming back.
right.
At least. There may be more out.
You know, maybe we got a new hire or something.
I already look like I've been struck by some things that they do. Perhaps you could lead me in as a prisoner.
If you're, yep, sounds good. If you're
I-
okay with that.
I am not the best actor, but already I look as if you have attacked me and I am weak.
It worked well for us on the pulling Talcy out.
I am okay as bait.
All right.
It worked really well. Yes.
I'll take Callan's robe and I'll start pulling his robe on.
Because we didn't just burn down half that district.
Okay.
there's
So
a whole
um,
forest. What,
Well,
Callan?
maybe Diana could take the place of the half elf.
I don't know that we need to drag her into this.
Okay.
I have a dog barking. Sorry.
Okay.
Maybe help cover her if she can keep find a good spot to hole up. Does she have any kind of ranged weapon?
She does have, you can see like a small crossbow that's on her pack.
Diana, if you want to keep an out, if we start coming running out fast, you can cover us by our retreat.
Yeah, I
Might
can.
buy
I
us a
could.
couple steps.
I can do that. She kind of nonchalant and takes her pack off and just grabs her crossbow and she's
Callan,
like,
what do you think?
All right.
You and me, we found trespassers. Kind of give them a
Sounds good.
shove.
Should I go in as the Dragonborn or the half elf or?
He seemed to be in charge.
Yeah. All right. So Callan
I'll be the dumb silent one.
turns into the Dragonborn, right?
okay. Yep.
And we
Hope this
lead
robe
Loon
fits.
Sensinome in.
Let me double check. You know, seeing as you got the Dragonborn, yes, it fits. The other one would be probably a little tight. So yeah, so you got that. So yeah, you both. Are you doing anything for the show of like tying up Loon at all, or
Yep. Callan, you want to do something with a rope or something on his hands?
Please
Oh,
make it
yeah,
easy
I
to
can
get
do
out
that.
of.
So I'll just yep, just rope and make it look good.
okay? Roll
Give
me
your
deception.
your staff broken in two somewhere you can get to it. Loon.
Hold on, and I will crack it in two so that they're clubs and just slide them into my sash.
Okay. Roll me stealth, Lynn, for hiding that, and Callan, roll me a deception for how well those ropes look.
20. Wait, stealth? Nope, stealth's not that good. Okay, 18.
Okay, that's still good. Still good.
They're good.
That's a
I thought I had a
25.
plus. I got really excited
25.
because I thought I had a +1 or +5.
Oh, okay. So 25. So yeah, they're like ropes look good. They look very much attached and restricting, and yeah, you feel confident that they don't show or anything like that where you hide them, and so you're ready to play the Wookiee prisoner.
Basically,
Yes.
basically.
Yep.
Callan, do I
just-
look all right?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Just walk in like you own the place and no one's gonna question you. So
I'll walk in like you on the place.
Are He does have a point. Confidence goes a long way.
Thank you, Loon Sentinel.
All right.
So you make your way towards the lit, illuminated from within mouth of the cave.
Hmm.
Quickly, as you kind of round and start to go in.
Is Mr. Decoy still there?
Yeah, he's actually been on autopilot. He has walked and now is just walking into a wall.
Second prisoner.
Yeah, he could just be a nondescript, hooded, shadowy figure or something.
If you want, otherwise, you can get rid of him because there is a DC if anybody tries to look into seeing past this,
Or just leave him here. We may.
Yeah,
need
for
him.
now, I'll just have left him outside the cave entrance. If anyone, stumbles by, he's the first thing they see.
Hide him in a bush or something.
How long does it last again?
It lasts for where'd it go?
Was it 10 minutes?
Up to 10 minutes. Yes.
Up to 10 minutes. Okay. And it's concentration?
Yes.
Okay. Good to know. So you go in, and as you come in, you can see there is just a few lanterns that are hung a little ways in. And as you kind of move in, and you can see that this was probably the mouth of a functional mine at one point, and there is evidence of, it looks like more recent digging and things of that nature have gone on here and kind of excavating the collapsed cavern. And kind of moving through, you can see some tools that have been just discarded and are just laying around. And it won't take long before you come into this first bend. And as you go around it, you'll see there are two. One is looks like a excavated crack turned into almost a tunnel into a room. It looks like some kind of chambers, more light glowing that direction. And then to the left, there is a very distinct, with all the supports of a mine shaft going further.
We'll leave Owl at the entrance to the.
Okay,
Some
Owl is
legends.
outside too. Okay.
This work site is very poor housekeeping. Someone could get injured.
So as you're coming around that corner, see those two directions.
Check out, see if we see any tracks or any recent disturbances of on the floor.
Okay, survival check.
Be a 25.
It actually looks like the lack there of tracks and dust and all that. It's because it's so much movement's been going through here that once you stop and actually look, you can see it's okay, this has just traveled enough that footprints aren't even
Yep.
making imprints. It's just beaten down.
Dust is getting, yeah. Okay.
And it's coming both from the direction of where that kind of crack that's been opened up more, and also going down the more finished looking mine shaft.
Oh, both ways?
Both ways traveled.
Okay. Either way. Callan.
All right. I'll go. They both look equally traveled.
More or less, yeah.
All right. To the right.
Okay. So you kind of go off to the right, and as you move in, you'll see that there's a small table with a candle on it and some chairs, both empty. And there's even, it looks like just some half made up with just some hay and stuff like that, blankets. Looks like just a small little, someone could almost live here. Nothing in the way of tons of supplies or anything like that, but it's there's a bed and there's a chair with a table with a little candle on it.
Any other indication of occupants or another way out?
Roll me a perception. Anybody who's looking.
11.
Natural 20.
Total of
Perception.
26.
Dirty 20.
dirty 20. So 26, 30, 20. Okay. So as you're kind of looking, you actually do see kind of off to the side near one of the beds, there's a small like sack, and you open it up, and there seems to be a couple scrolls inside. Quickly looking at it and all that, and you can see looks like some notations. And what languages does everybody speak again, just so I don't speak out of turn?
Common,
Orcish.
giant, and primordial.
Celestial and Orcish.
Callan speaks Orcish.
Okay. And a language you're not familiar with. Though looking at it and just kind of going through it, they look more like kind of footnotes, more just small little notations just here and there around the page, sometimes not at the right angle even. And all of them kind of have that same, just all over the page. And then while looking around, you get the sense of just like, it's too bare, you know? But yet these weird, just almost discarded like it was forgotten about off in the corner.
Pocket them. Is that something we can shove in under the robe?
Oh, sure, easily.
Or hand to Callan?
Easily.
I'll hand it to Callan. Callan's kind of our keeper of odd things.
Yeah, and then if there's nothing here besides that, Callan would be inclined to check out the other way.
Okay. So you turn and head out and start moving down the other way. Very quickly, you'll see there's this all of a sudden stop to where there is still sheer like rock that looks like, I mean, even you can see some like support beams that are sticking out. But right next to it, you can see there is, from what looks to be from the exposure from everything collapsing, there is beyond it almost like a finished hallway with nice carved, looks very old, but nice carved like brick. And there are stairs going down.
Are we able to access that? That's
You can see it. Yeah, it's right there.
Okay.
And there's even like a little lantern hanging just inside.
So this wasn't just a mine then.
Something seems a little too easy about this, guys. I'm feeling a little uneasy.
Okay, let's that's a good reason to check it out. We got to figure out this whole mystery, right?
Yes, it is true.
Okay.
All right.
This does seem at odds with what we were right. A mine shaft, and then I'll have a completely finished area.
Yeah, this is super weird.
Yeah, it is interesting. Let's go.
You
So
guys,
moving-
I'm your prisoner.
Yeah. Oh yeah. yeah.
Cal is just, So
Yeah, I mean,
moving.
I get to control Incensino's movement, so I'm going that right direction anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, so you start to head down, and as you get to the bottom of these stairs, it opens up, and in front of you, you can it looks almost like it's kind of a weird thing where it's like you have this like almost carved, nice stone and stairs that come down, and then it opens back up into almost natural cavern. And in the distance, you start to hear this rhythmic speaking. You can't quite make out what it's saying, but you start to hear it almost chanting. Not loud, not screaming, but you can just hear this echo coming. And on the other side, you can actually see there's a drop down in the floor where there seems to be a small group of people all together. Roll me a quick perception check.
15.
18. Excuse me, 19.
Another dirty 20.
Theobald, Callan, you're kind of fixed by the sound, this rhythmic, almost chanting, and kind of focused. But Loon, you actually do hear the sound of like almost muffled other voice or voices, and you kind of look off, and you can just make out that they're on these stalagmites a few people that look to be chained up, and just hands over their head. They look half unconscious. Some do look unconscious. There's just a handful, about 4 people over there. And before that, and as you're kind of looking and kind of even just moving just a little bit further ahead of the other 2 as they're staring, you can actually see there's some light coming from just beyond them. And you can look, I mean, these path kind of leads almost straight to it, but there is a travel path to the left with stalagmites kind of sticking up here and there.
Yeah. I'll just kind of like pull and tilt my head that like kind of to the other 2, to try and direct their attention. I'm trying not to speak because I don't want to alert anybody.
The acoustics, you can tell, are fantastic in here.
Yeah. I guess I'll kind of look at them. I don't know. Try and like, do we go that way or do we sit here and watch? Like,
How far away? What do we have for distances? Approximate.
Ahead of you, it's probably like 120, 150 feet to that kind of drop down circle. Probably about 90 feet off to your left. Like, there's a good distance. It's a good sized cavern. And it's like there's enough so there's shadows in between, but every now and then there's like a little bit of torchlight to kind of illuminate. And one path does go off to the left, I mean.
I'm going to nod towards the apparent prisoners as well.
So are those prisoners closer to us than whoever the chanting parties
Yes. Yep. They're technically closer.
I guess we're gonna begin making our way over to them then.
are? Yeah, we should try to sneak them out of here if we can.
Or at least make sure there's no trying to talk really quietly. Or at
Yeah,
least make sure there's no guards that are going to slit their throats while we're not looking.
Right.
Okay. So you make your way over. Just kind of staying in character, moving, but also not trying to be overly loud. I
We got
assume.
a prisoner. We're taking him to the prisoners.
Yeah, we're doing our job. So yeah, you make your way that way. And as you get kind of approaching those larger stalagmites that have people chained to them, everyone really quickly roll me a perception check.
13.
Yeah, natty for 23.
Woo! 13.
Okay.
Moon is
Count.
eyes and ears.
Yeah, I don't know what this die is doing.
Count, what'd you roll again?
13.
Okay. All right. So you guys start to move over, and you can see like several figures that, I mean, they look like they've been here for a while. They also look very thin, dehydrated. They're wearing just kind of whatever clothes they had. It just kind of looks soiled now, and they're just hanging their heads loose. And as you're kind of moving over towards them, Loon, you're the one who notices immediately. One of them is the one who is kind of occasionally, almost like in a very half-conscious kind of way, mimicking the chanting that's going on in the distance, but it's very cut and slurred kind of speech.
Am I close enough to like speak to this one?
Oh, yeah, sure. Looks to be human, just very thin, male. That's
are
been
they-
just...
Are they still alive?
As they appear to be, so they're all very thin. I don't think they're going to make it much longer. Talking to the one who's kind of,
Yeah.
hey, just kind of, shh, it's okay. We're
Um,
here to help teach you out.
very, very weakly. Just the head kind of comes up, the eyes having troubles focusing.
Yeah.
He just smiles. Please, I believe. Please let me go. I'll do whatever you want.
No. You are safe. You are safe. You do not have to believe. We are going to get you out of here. And I'm gonna just-
Roll me a
Loon.
persuasion real quick.
Loon.
Okay. Persuasion. Oh, now you want. Okay, that's not that bad. Persuasion +1. Okay, 15.
15? You'll see him kind of like blink a little bit and try, and then kind of the eyes focus,
Yeah.
and he. Oh, you gotta get me out of here. You gotta get me out of here.
I'm gonna try and bring my water skin up and just kind of, hey, you drink, you know.
Oh, he'll greedily if you.
Yeah. Yep. And you need to be quiet. Yes, if we are going to get you out of here, okay.
He's just nodding, kind of coughing a little bit from the water. Theobald, Callan, what are you doing during this? Yeah, it's there's not a lot of volume to it, unfortunately, due to the fact of
Okay.
he's just
Yeah.
barely alive.
Yep.
I'm looking for any guards.
Roll me perception. Callan, what are you doing?
I will try to see if there's another person I can release quickly and
Okay.
help them out.
Just kind of, yeah, like.
You just go into the next person and see if you can get their chains
Yeah.
off, or like, what are you doing?
Yeah, get their chains off, but I'm a little vocally nervous about it. This is kind of compromising our ruse if we get caught here.
What'd you roll, Theobald?
19.
19. Callan, roll me a like lockpick check. So around here, you don't see any guards, but you do see now that you're down here more. You actually see just beyond, and it's almost like the stalagmites were made this way. Opens up, and you can see there looks to be a really messed up either torture area or laboratory research area. There's tables with chains on it. There's different vials, things that are cooking. There's all sorts of books that are open.
No people that I can see.
Not that you can see.
Okay. So that
Callan,
was
what do you roll?
23.
23. So you get to the first, next person down, and real quick, and it unhooks, and they just limply fall to the ground. Boom, on the ground. And he'll, as Loon, then you're just still like, hey, you gotta be quiet. And he's kind of looking around. I say, you gotta stop. You gotta stop. You gotta stop.
Why?
And he, as you he's looking past you. You'll see one of the corpses, and it's actually Callan. You're going to the next one. You can see that, like, the eyes are open and they're looking, and you can see now that they are trying to lean against their chain very weakly, but look eager for you to come closer. And he's like, they're not the same anymore. They're not the same.
Okay, so this guy looks like
He wants you to come closer, definitely. You can see his eyes are open and his mouth is open, just just leaning,
Yeah, over the
this-
earpiece. Kalu,
this
don't-
one
don't do
looks
it.
like
No, no,
one
no,
of
no, no, no,
the
no,
zombies
no, no, no,
from
no.
the High Port.
Old
minute.
Gant, yeah, that would be.
Wait, are they all like this? Oh. Uh-oh. Guys, uh-oh. What do we do?
Leave him here.
Um,
Loon, get him down.
Yep.
Okay,
I,
are they
I'm
all
gonna
like
start
this?
working as quietly as I can on the chain and begin working him out.
Okay, Loon, do you have these tools? Lockpick.
I do not.
Okay, so are you literally
Yes.
trying to?
No. No. I am
Just
trying to
wondering
make
how you-
I am trying to make as little noise as I can.
Oh, the crowbar.
Yeah. I'll probably be trying to get
Callan, help Loon.
Yep. I'll go over and help.
Roll me another lockpick check.
Okay. All right. That'd be 21.
Okay, that one pops.
All
Barely a
yeah,
sound.
I'm
I'll-
there to catch the guy because he's probably weak. And
Yep.
I'm gonna-
You yeah.
Do we see the people chanting? How many are there?
Roll me a perception. They're still a little ways off, and now you've got some stalagmites and stuff kind of in between you.
Or 8.
8. You can, other than you can see the glow coming through all the stalagmites and all that. It's like you can't see them.
It sound like a lot of voices, or
Sounds like a fair amount. I mean, anywhere between more than 1 and less than 100. I mean, the reverberation in this cavern.
hey. Yeah.
Helpful.
Yeah,
one and
totally.
less than
totally.
100. Golly. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna help. I'm gonna help this guy back to the stairs, get him up the first couple, and then just keep going. We'll meet you outside. And then I'm gonna head
And
back.
can
to
he
the-
walk on his own?
No. I mean, if he does, it would be it'll be slow. His full speed is halved.
Yeah. Oh boy, how many others were there still tied up that looked alive?
Oh, now that you're really carefully looking, none.
Oh,
Just
that's the only one.
Yep, one looks to be like maybe recently.
Okay.
Another one looks very just looks like probably the torture and other things did it. I mean, almost like there's a weird growth where the arm looks distended and longer. And then the one that's still actually looking and quietly mouthing and all that, you can see it's got no teeth, no tongue, and its actual entire jaw, after you see it open and close a few times, actually looks distended as well.
Ew.
Out of your face.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm just gonna to the other two. Just guys, you do get out there. Are going to be too. I think there are too many of them. I do not think we are ready for this.
Boone, I think take him up. I think and then come back down. I think we're gonna have to burn this place out.
Do not tell me these things. Just wait till I'm gonna do it, huh? All right, yeah, I'm gonna start making my way back up with him, fishing out a ration, and then just letting him drink as much as he wants out of my skin, out of the water
Okay.
skin.
Trying to stealth out, or are you just
Yeah.
moving?
Trying to be quiet, yes.
Okay.
I imagine you want me to make a roll.
With disadvantage, seeing as you've got someone who really can't contribute in any helpful way.
All right, I might be using inspiration. I don't have to. 17 is the low one.
Nice. So is that total?
Yeah, 17 total. Wait, total is 19. No,
Good.
no. Hold on. Where is it still? 18.
18. All right. 18.
Wow.
So Loon starts to
so
move out
lucky.
with the very injured and prisoner.
Yeah.
Callan, Theobald, what are you guys doing at this moment?
Take position on the one side of that doorway. As they're trying to find a depression or a stalagmite or something, I can take cover behind.
Oh, there's plenty.
Having the bow ready.
Okay.
All right. Callan will
I'd-
replace the missing prisoner
Excuse me.
with silent image.
Okay. So decoy drops
Yep.
and silent image of someone just like same look as that guy.
Yeah.
Just hung up.
Shouldn't be too hard. He wasn't moving that much.
Yeah, it just kind of head down.
Yeah.
Yep, that is easily done. And then
And what? So the entrance we came in. How far is that from where the torture implements and laboratory stuff is?
10 more feet past where they were being held.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like right there.
So is anybody in there? Can I take a look at what's
Nope.
in there?
By all means, roll me an investigation if you're going to look around.
Okay. So 23.
23, okay. Really quickly, you're going to be looking around. You'll see all the torture devices, all that stuff, and then you're going to see all these weird kind of bubbling liquids and a few things in some vials, and all of those vials are attached to like tubes with like thick needles on them. And you'll go over and you'll see all these different books and stuff like that, and they're all open. And really quickly, you'll notice like a lot of these look like almost medical-y looking books. They're diagrams of Dragonborn's physiology and humans' physiology, and like you can see all the diagrams of just crude drawings of like not crude, as descriptive as someone who's holding an organ can draw it, things like that.
Okay.
You'll find a note or a journal that actually is in common. And without reading page by page by page, going through it, these are the important kind of things you pick out from it. This is the resting place of Draco Eternum Immortalis's holy book. With it, immortal life should be able to be given to his followers. True life can come from this, and we should be able to direct that flow. Through a mixing of the bloodlines, resurrection in the image we desire should be possible. These creatures will have to be experimented with and controlled. Once the true champion's form has been found, we should be able to place a soul into that body. An empty vessel waiting to be filled. The next creature is ready. And there's notations mixed with that talking to do with blood of a troll. And notes confirming they know how to transfer a soul using soul fragments in a gem. And the last is just some rhetoric talking of when the master finds the right form of the champion, the world will know its true freedom, and in its wake, the rebirth of our people. And that is the note, the book you found with just all the notes, kind of a journaling. That's kind of the main takeaways. With 23, correct?
Yes.
The other book you're going to find is another journaling that talks about how all of the dragons are false. Speaking of how the dragons aren't gods, they came down falsely and took an opportune timing to enslave our wills. And only through Draco Eternum Immobalis can we ever be free. It's kind of just rhetoric talking of the falsities of the dragon gods, the religion, the enslaving of our wills, and that the eternal one wants to set us free and give us back our freedom.
Okay. I grabbed those and
Roll me a quick intelligence check, by the way. Just with all the different things you got and a lot of information getting thrown.
so 21.
21. Okay. So, all the things I said, rolling it all up. You get the sense, thinking about all this, what you're seeing and all that, this has to do, this cult has to do with not the disillusionment of the faith of the dragons. And that they're experimenting, definitely, like this book or something is definitely giving them some kind of way to bring back creatures or create life or whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. And it references several times about kind of a ritual to do this, a ritual to do this. And as you're kind of going through this and kind of feeling overwhelmed, like, Jesus, this is a lot of information, you kind of shut the book and are just like, and then you kind of remember that you're hearing a chanting and a ritual. So what are you doing?
I am just keeping an eye out for as much as I can, and I don't really want to do anything until Loon Sentinel gets back, or
Okay.
I guess I'll. If
I mean,
is there anything around that I can use to great effect to bring this place down?
okay. Roll me one more investigation check.
23.
23. Around here in this immediate area, you're seeing a lot of implements, things that you very much could have purposes, but due to the fact of you're in a cavern and there is not, like, I mean, you'd have to find that, like, you'd have to collapse this place, and nothing in here actually says dynamite, says, anything like that here. Theobald, he's been reading, he's been going through and is now looking around a little bit. You've been just in position, keeping an eye on things.
Loon, where are you? I'm keeping
Where
tabs on
am I?
Loon.
This,
And
yeah, over the course of several moments or several minutes, like, you've made your way up and you're just getting into the actual proper caverns again, and all of a sudden Diana's there, and
Perfect.
she's like, the fake thing disappeared. The fake thing, he disappeared. I figured you guys were in trouble.
No. There's a time limit to it. It is fine. We found the cult. They are chanting. They're a prisoner. Well, this is the only living prisoner. I am taking him out. They may need your help. Go ahead. I will meet you down there in just a moment.
Okay. She kind of like,
Quiet.
okay. She'll kind of take his weight and, like, start to take him out.
Okay. All right. Headed back.
Okay. Roll me another stealth. Sorry, man. At least it's flat now. You don't have to.
It's flat, but it's even worse. Now it's a 12.
Okay. So,
Loon, shh. Loon.
yeah, after, yeah, you hear that kind of a little bit through the echo. Like, yeah. It's like, no, seriously, I hear everything. So, you're hearing, yeah. You make your way and you're just coming back down into this main cavern. What are you doing?
I'm gonna be looking.
What is
Do I
that
have a
right now?
path to move closer and get a better look at what they're doing?
The only
Like,
pathway that you
stalagmite,
see,
or is it wide open at this point between us and the?
lots of little ones. And it looks like there's a path that has been kind of, whether it be created or is naturally, but, like, imagine all the stalagmites all over this room, and there's just, like, this one singular path heading that way.
Probably loose rock all over the place. Callan,
And
Yeah,
you'll
buddy.
also notice the volume is starting to pick up in their chanting.
Loon, hurry up. Callan, we gotta do something here. What's going on?
Oh,
Callan,
have you
Are
guys
you-
figured out anything at this time?
I found some very disturbing writings.
About what?
About normal stuff, the dragon gods being false and stuff. Whatever.
Did you
But,
figure out why they are chanting? There's obviously something they are trying to do.
They seem like a bunch of jerks.
Okay, at the very least, we know that they cannot come back out of here. Everything else down here is dead. Can we cave it? Like, can we collapse it? Collapse it.
There's
Sorry.
nothing here that can help us do that. I don't know.
Louder.
The walls, they're shored up. Are the walls short?
This is
enough?
a natural cavern almost looking, and it is immense. It is about the size of a football, like
yeah.
4 football fields. It's big.
Is Loon
Um,
to the bottom of the stairs yet?
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
can
start
see him.
moving ahead down the path towards the chanting.
Stealthily or quickly?
I'm in my robe, so I'm just gonna walk
Okay, just casually walking. Okay.
casually,
Teal, where are you going?
not looking casual,
Yeah, yeah.
flying casual.
So yeah, you start to move in that direction. Loon, you see him, just kind of see you, nod, turn around, and start walking.
Yeah. Um.
So, come over to me, Loon Sentinome.
What is the plan? What is the plan? What are we doing? What are we doing?
So Callan is just gonna clumsily start knocking everything over as loudly as possible.
Idiot! What are you?
Theobald, it's getting louder, not just because you're getting closer, but it's also
The
getting
volume
louder.
is increasing. Yep.
Yep. Oh yeah, that
I'll
was
step
super
it up.
low for perception on their part. They are
I'll.
focused on this.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna start jogging. I need to see what's going on.
Okay, so you quickly start to get up there. Loon, are you moving towards Callan to where you're saying come over here, or what are you
Yeah,
doing?
I'm moving towards Callum with half an idea to like chase after Theo to drag his dumb butt back this way.
Okay.
All right. Well, as a last look, I'll use the monocle to see if there's anything I missed. And then yeah, I'll join Theobald and Loon Sentinome going closer to investigate after that.
Yeah, trying to catch up and then keep pace.
Roll me an Arcana check real quick, Callan.
Oh, I feel a large sense of anxiety right about
18.
now.
18. Okay. You scan around. You're not seeing anything that's actually magical. You do get the sense, though. You almost feel it. A weird kind of sixth sense. And you kind of look down, and from a place that normally isn't glowing, that little bag you attached, you open up and look at the scrolls. And there is a little bit of a shimmering light coming from those scrolls that really don't make sense.
Okay.
But
I'll
nothing
let-
else in that area.
Yep. I will
I'm gonna be
move to
pulling a fire arrow out of my quiver.
Hold on. Lots happening at the same moments. Finish that thought, Callan.
Okay, so I want to kind of try to see what I can figure out about these scrolls, but still move towards the commotion, investigating.
Okay, roll me a quick intelligence check. You were going to moving towards where Loon. Were you just waiting, kind of at that fork in the path for Callan to come to you, or were you moving in his direction at all?
I'm still moving.
Towards Callan.
Yes.
Okay, so you two are kind of coming together. What'd you roll for an intelligence check, Callan?
16.
16. You very quickly get the point that without even knowing what this language is, that you have no idea what this would, like, where to start even. Like, you're just kind of immediately looking and you're like, I wouldn't even know where to start, you know? Especially right here, right now.
Yeah.
So, Theobald, as they're coming together, you're like, because it was about 30 feet down the path, and then it branched off to the left, which is where they were, about 20, 25 in. You have now gone another 70 feet down your path.
Yep.
And you are getting now to the edge of this kind of drop down a little bit, and you can now clearly see. Actually, roll me a perception for all the things, little details, all of that stuff.
13.
Okie dokie. So you see all these people chanting, and in the middle, you see that there is this shape of a person that is under cloth. Looks like really nice, like silky material. It's not the crappy robes they have on. And you see someone underneath who is just flailing. And they are chanting louder and louder. And just as you get there, you get this fire arrow up, pull it, and you're ready to use it. All of a sudden, there is this, like, all the torchlight, everything, just like a wind came through, and everything dims. and then you hear a scream from underneath that sheet. And then silence, and all of these hooded, cloaked figures that are on their knees, that are all bent down, all in a circle around, just start to just fall over, just one by one by one, dominoes.
So, what happened?
And and then all of a sudden you hear the sounds of bones crunching, muscles popping, and like all of a sudden the form just starts to shudder, and you see like everything, just weird proportions moving around.
Under the sheet.
Yeah. And then an arm comes up, and it is definitely very quick. You can see bone, knuckle protruding from the skin where it's ripped its way through. There's parts where all over this arm the muscle is actually expanded past what the skin could stretch, and it is just this behemoth that stands and comes up the size of a like 13, 14 feet high as it rips its way off these chains that were holding it. And for a brief moment, I am going to share my screen as soon as I bring this back up. You see in front of you, there is this enormous creature, and it just screams into the space. And that was the wrong one. I love it when I hit the wrong one. That should be it. All right. Share. How do I share real quick? You see this behemoth of a creature that is shouting, "Why won't you work? Why won't you work now?" Ah, there it is. Bye-bye. Share that. Did it work?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's where we're going to stop.
Resident Evil, anyone?
It fit right. It's a little much, but technically, it's got more scales and darker green skin.
Wait. Okay.
Otherwise, very humanoid looking, but there's
Also zombie-esque.
also zombie-esque.
Zombie
So-
Dragonborn thing.
So, that being said, that's where we're going to leave off. Please join us again next week at 7 o'clock here on Twitch. Remember, you can always look us up on Facebook, Down with Dragons, Discord, join the chat there on Monsters of Roll. And then this episode should be on YouTube probably by tomorrow-ish. And then also check out Dungeon Patrol. That is a new episode, I believe, should be coming soon. Another one normally pops up fairly quick with ours. And then just remember, Down with Dragons, mailbag.com for any inspiration or what's in Callan's mouth. I rolled twice tonight, both during stealthing, and it just wasn't right. I was hoping I could have made it happen, but I want it to still be random. So, thank you all for joining us. Have a great week. Be safe. Be good to each other. Thanks for joining us. Have a good week.
Thanks, everybody.
Take care.